I am back and with some more Fallout 4. We're on episode 99 of the Let's Play series and continuing on as always. And yeah, I'm back with a brand new rotation, I think. And yeah, we've just been, well, more or less continuing on as well. With the Negan playthrough with Morfire Harbour. And yeah, last episode we went wandering around. We kind of went. The goal was to go to this hotel, Cliff Edge Hotel, which is technically Vault 118. But I ended up discovering. Is that the plane? Oh no! It's down here. We went here, which is kind of cool. There's like a super mutant there who's like selling dogs, trained dogs and stuff, and he's a trader. He's pretty cool. But then we did like the intro to this mission, which is kind of going to be a murder mystery, where all we did was essentially go into the building and then inspect the murder scene, where we found the murder weapon, which is a baseball bat. And now we're just going to be inspecting stuff. But yeah, back with some more. And yeah, I wanted to keep it going because last episode I know is a bit short. But I felt like this deserves like a fresh start because I don't know how long this is going to be. It might be a lot of dialogue and letting the game kind of talk its way through.
Hello again, Detective. Was there anything else?
Never mind.
I'll be here should you need me.
Actually, you know what? We'll go through all this dialogue. Get reminded what's going on.
Your residents are robots.
Not robots, Detective. Well, not exactly, anyway. I believe the term they use is robo-brain. Back before the war, the residents decided the best way to wait it out was to put their brains inside robotic chassis. Was there anything else?
I'm not sure where I should start.
I suppose you should try to figure out how he died. And then who had the means and motive to kill him? Once you have enough evidence, then I suppose you'll need to confront the killer. Was there anything else?
Tell me about the victim.
Mr. Ezra Parker was the primary owner and financier for the hotel. He had vast experience managing venture projects around the world. It was his idea to have our premier clients become investors in the vault section of the hotel. He worked with Vault Tech to have this built to their every specification. Was there anything else?
Tell me about the victim.
What's his name?
Ezra Parker was the primary owner. His idea. Was there anything?
Never mind.
I'll be here should you need me.
I was just wondering if he's like a member of Vault Tech or something. You know, at the end of the series, I know it's a long shot. This came out before, but I'm just thinking. See, he's kind of like a manager, so kind of what they were trying to do with Fallout series. They're just robots. Kind of a cool setup though.
I couldn't stand by like some pasty-faced Percy while he put the moves on my best girl.
But now the law is on our tail. What are we going to do?
Come away with me. Let's leave this dark hole of a city behind. We can be in Buenos Aires by tomorrow.
Oh, I want to believe you, I do, but never let us go.
Then we'll make our stand here. I've got a gun for each of us.
No. The line is, then we'll make our stand here. Two lovers together with a bullet for each of them.
God, why can't I ever get that line? Forget it. I can't do this right now.
Fine. I'm going to the beach.
Beach.
Well body like that in far, far too long.
You're not so bad yourself.
You should have seen me before all this. Red hair that was the envy of every girl and legs for days, darling. I'm sure you'd rather hear some of my stories from the silver screen rather than talk about that nasty murder business.
I must say, you're quite the actress.
What can I say? It just comes naturally. Care to hear some of my stories, detective?
Have
I wanna
you ever
keep
done
going.
radio? Your voice is quite enchanting.
Well, darling, play your cards right and
This
go
is
whisper some sweet nothings in your ear. Surely you must be here for my salacious stories of the silver screen.
I must say, I've known flesh and blood girls who aren't half the woman you are.
Keep it up, Tiger, and we'll find out if you can handle how much woman I am. Surely you must be here for my salacious stories of the silver screen.
Go on a date.
Why don't we grab a bottle of wine and go watch the sunset?
Sounds good, detective.
Bruh, what the fuck?
How can I help? Do you have questions about the case?
Oh dear.
That was great, detective, but we probably shouldn't make a habit of this. Catch you later. Hey there, Tiger. Here for more stories about my acting career or something else?
Can you answer some questions?
Sure. What did you need?
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
Well, it is a bit strange how obsessed Santiago has been with the murder. I mean, he's always been a bit obsessive, though. He did a whole series of paintings of me, hundreds, said I was his muse. It was flattering for a while, but the man is a bit much, even for me. Did you need something else?
I found Keith's baseball bat at the scene of the murder. Any thoughts on how it got there?
I don't know, detective. I can't really imagine Keith killing Ezra. Did you need something else?
What were you and Keith talking about when I came in?
Oh, that? We were rehearsing. Gotta stay sharp if we're going to rebuild Hollywood. But Keith always gets flustered when he's upset. Did you need something else?
Tell me about yourself.
My favorite subject. Simply put, darling, I'm the greatest actress in the world. When this international scuffle blows over, I shall return to the silver screen and lead the world to a new golden age of cinema. Did you need something else?
Be interesting to see if they know all the pre-war stuff in Fallout the show. It'd be cool to see like her because she's an actress, and then we had the what's his name? Not the Ghoul, but what's his name before? I can't remember. But he was an actor, so maybe they could somewhat cross paths. That made it kind of cool
Never
Easter
mind.
egg.
I'll be around, languishing from your inattention.
Hello, detective. How can I help? Did you have questions about the case?
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
It's obviously Santiago. He keeps going back to look at the crime scene.
I found your baseball bat at the crime scene. Care to explain how it got there?
Someone is clearly trying to frame me for the murder. It's probably Santiago. You saw him skulking around the crime scene.
What were you and Gilda talking about when I walked in?
Oh, we were just rehearsing a scene. Nothing to worry about.
Thanks, bro.
I think you're the murderer. The brain enclosure was smashed in, and your bat was at the scene of the crime.
What? That makes no sense at all. What motive would I possibly have to kill Ezra?
Maybe you could give me a reason it couldn't be you.
I would never harm Ezra, detective. I was in love with him.
Tell me about you and Ezra.
Oh God, I don't know. When we first met him, he was just so mysterious and exciting. It seemed like he had been everywhere and done everything. I convinced Gilda that we should invest in the hotel so I could stay close to him. But he never seemed to realize how I felt. I mean, we spent time together. Going hunting, having drinks, talking about his plans for the hotel. He must have known, but he never said anything. Do you have any idea what it's like to pine for someone for 200 years, Detective?
Tell me about yourself.
We went over this before, Detective. There's no motive.
Never mind.
Maybe try actually investigating before you go throwing around accusations, Detective.
Ooh. Little pre-war museum. We're matching, bro. Two pair of captains.
Hey.
Hey, do you want the blue? Because we got this from the Super Mutant. Oh, cool. You know what would be cool if it had like a vault number on it? Yeah, I better not cause too much trouble. That kind of reminds me of like Skyrim, the books. Ooh.
Sweet.
Wouldn't mind learning that trick myself.
I won't get in trouble, might as well do it and get the XP.
Yes. Nice. Got it.
Easy.
Nice.
All over. It's very clean. That's one thing with the vaults. Like sometimes you get really clean ones, mint, and then others that are just like you have something like this that kind of what it was designed for. Well, to be fair, all of them have kind of done what they've been designed for. Realistically, it's just everything else. But this is cool. There's a room. How do I get to the overseers? You can tell they made this with the Vault DLC stuff. Which I suppose you could say that's the same for the main game. But like, this is so much more... You can tell they made this using the creation tool thing. Map editor. Wow. Base building mode.
Sealing yourself up in a steel hole and escape the moment. Sounds like trading one kind of hell for another one.
Well. If it isn't the long arm of the law. Tell me, are you a devotee of the arts? Does that cruel muse call you to her entrapping bosom?
Art is life. Without it, we are no different than animals.
Perhaps, if all we are is a sentience floating in a suit of flesh, or metal, I suppose, then art is the only true communion with the world. Come with me. Tell me, what does this piece say to you?
It's about composition, the balance of colors and emotions, and the struggle to maintain internal order.
Indeed. This was the last piece I did in a series of portraits of Gilda. Number 1378. Her emotional landscape is superimposed on the portrait. The reality of the subject is distorted as the ego attempts to project itself. This way. Tell me, what does this one say to you?
It's the war. Bombs from every direction, no up or down, the world turned on its head.
I suppose in a way it must be. Art shapes the world, and the world shapes art in return. All art must therefore be constantly reborn through the lens of contextual and historic interpretation. We must ascend.
Suppose I put him in here. Looks like he's gone a bit crazy with it.
And what about this one? And please be honest, for art without honesty is just politics.
It's cute, I guess. Some people like that kind of thing.
More than you would imagine. Truth be told, this is my best-selling piece. I did this series under a pseudonym, of course. This series has made more money than any of my serious works. And I take the whole thing as a lark. What does that tell you about the value of art to the common man? Hmm?
Where you going? I feel like he would be the one that killed him. Kinda making it a bit obvious. I'm not sure. Might be overreacting.
My fellow connoisseur of the art. Here to see my latest work?
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
The person you should be looking at is Juliana Riggs. That Philistine would not know art from her own excrement. She and Ezra had a rather dramatic fight recently. You could hear her banshee screeches all the way across the hotel.
What were Juliana and Ezra arguing about?
I don't know. I was painting at the time and I was trying to block it out. Though I bet Gilda probably heard them. Maybe you should check with her.
Hmm. I think you should explain why you keep returning to the crime scene.
It's for inspiration, detective. The others do not like to think about it, but even we shall die someday. Like Prometheus's torch, it kindles within me the fire to create as much art as I can with the time that I have.
It sounds like you've done a lot of paintings of Gilda. Why her?
Our Gilda is a very singular creature, detective. Do you not see the joie de vivre from within her? I have never met another who clings to life so tenaciously, who lives so in the moment. I must admit I was quite smitten with her for a time.
You're still in love with Gilda, aren't you?
So what if I am? What business is it of yours? She deserves someone who truly understands her ephemeral beauty, not that brute actor.
Tell me about yourself.
What is there to tell? I am one of the premier artists in the world. My work is primarily in oil paint, but I have been known to do sculpture or performance art as well.
Never mind.
My fellow connoisseur of the art, here to see my lady.
Maybe later.
Good. I hope my paintings are able to open your mind to new possibilities.
Is he actually just shooting? Okay. Okay, let's go talk to the other two. Nice.
Hello, Mr. Whiskers. Who's a pretty kitty?
Juliana, look at
Mr.
this
Whiskers
mess.
died
Guess
last
I shouldn't
month.
be surprised Dima was
Mrs.
willing to
Ruffy,
murder Kevin.
Remember?
Oh,
Well,
of course. Silly me.
Just let me have a look at the neural interface matrix, and I'm sure I can clear that.
No, it's not that. I've just caught another cold. Probably something that got in when they sent Pearl out.
Oh, God. Not this again. Last month you were convinced you had the measles.
You're not a doctor. What would you even know about it? Besides, I think it may be malaria.
First of all, I am a doctor.
Yes, but not a real doctor. Robotics isn't an actual medical degree.
Secondly, I've told you time and again, you can't get sick inside the suit. It's not physically possible.
I know when I'm getting sick, Bert. Now why don't you just wander off and play in your lab? Mr. Scott?
Detective, did you need something?
Will get everything when I die because horrible.
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
Oh, well, that's not really my field of expertise, but I'm sure there are probably some clues at the crime scene. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
I heard that Juliana and Ezra had an argument a few days before he was found dead. Tell me about that.
Well, I was in my lab at the time, so I didn't hear it. But Juliana has always been rather critical of Mr. Parker. I think she found something in the overseer's office. I wasn't listening when she told me about it. I kind of had my head in my research. I don't know, really. I try to let her handle all the money stuff. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
Tell me about yourself.
Oh, well, I'm a scientist. You've probably met my wife, Juliana, already. I'm not sure what else to say, really. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
Tell me about your research.
Well, I was one of the leads on the team that created the first robo-brains, the precursors to our model. Most people don't
find it all that interesting, and I'd rather not bore you. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
So he was the one that... He was one person that actually helped towards, well, the guy in Fallout, the show, and all the other Robo-Brains then. That's pretty cool.
I'd like to hear more about your research.
Oh, wonderful. No one else here really wants to talk about it. Functionally, this model is more or less the same as the previous versions I worked on, but without the neural inhibitor and the reconditioning. The voice modulator seems to have some minor issues interfacing with the neural matrix, which can add some moodiness. But that's easily solved with regular tune-ups. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
I'd like to hear more about your research.
I'm afraid that's really all I should say about it. I mean, it is still classified, but I wanted to help with the investigation. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
Never mind.
Very well.
Oh, what's that?
Hello again. Did you need something?
Robo-Brains have a voice modulator. Tell me about that.
That's what allows us to recreate our original voices. They can mimic any normal human voice, actually. I've speculated for some time that the issues we had with our recruited subjects is due to the brain attempting to preserve a sense of self. Maintaining our original voices helps reinforce the neural network, sort of like playing music for an Alzheimer patient. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
Maybe later.
Very well. I'll just get back to my work then.
Have fun, dear.
Where's...
Hello, Detective. Did you have a question about the heinous murder?
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
If you ask me, it's one of those actors. Or that horrible painter. Their type is always the cause of violence.
I heard you had a big fight with Ezra a few days ago. Care to explain?
Oh, well, it wasn't that big a deal, really. He wanted more money to pay for repairs on the hotel. I wasn't feeling well that day and lashed out a bit at the poor man. I really should have listened to him more.
What's with all the junk in here?
These are our things. We're just waiting till the war blows over so we can bring them back to the mansion.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm Juliana Riggs, heiress to the Riggs fortune and wife of Bert Riggs. I'm not sure what else you expected, Detective.
Never mind.
Good luck catching the murderer, Detective.
So if she had an argument with... So she's the closest person to have a bit of beef with him. But... but there's got to be something to do with that voice modulator. So could someone have changed the voice and mimicked either Julia or something? I don't know. Don't remember this at all. Well, I remember this, the location and the murder, but I don't remember.
Did you have a question about the heinous murder?
I don't remember the murder
Good
itself.
luck catching the murderer, Detective.
Guess this is what's his face's room? Oh, the beach. This is cool. I remember.
Not sure what the point of building this was. Got beaches all over the island.
Hey there, Tiger. Here for more stories about my acting career or something else?
Tell me something.
Sure, darling. What did you need?
Apparently, Juliana had a big argument with Ezra a few days before he died. Did you happen to overhear any of the conversation?
Oh, yes. I haven't seen a woman go off like that since Teresa Dubois fired her costume designer. But to get back to your question, it was fever pitch, Detective. She had apparently gone to the Overseer's office to check on the state of things and found it in horrible disrepair. But, and this is where it gets interesting, it sounded like she found something that really set her off. Couldn't hear what, though. Did you need something else?
I've gotten the impression you've had an affair with Santiago.
Look, I love Keith, I do. But sometimes he just can't give me the attention I need. A girl gets lonely, Detective. It only lasted a few dozen years. The man's a bit much, even for me. Did you need something else?
You need to come clean about Keith and Ezra.
Look, Detective, I've known about Keith and Ezra for a long time. We're both movie stars. It's just part of the life. Why would I be mad? Did you need something else?
Maybe later.
I'll be around, languishing from your inattention.
Is it clean? Seems to be. That's actually so cool. That's so similar to the show. They have like farmland inside the vault.
My fellow connoisseur of the art, here to see my latest work.
Never mind.
Oh, and dog meat. Where's the overseer's office then? Where's the blood turn white?
Heard about the experiments they did in places like this. Human decency must have been in short supply back then.
Whoa. Is that rust or blood? Vault 118 is designed to test the social interaction between the working class and ultra wealthy when under confined conditions. Working in conjunction with staff from Cliff's Edge Hotel, this vault shall function as a luxury hotel to attract the necessary testing subjects. Upon beginning the test, additional subjects shall be admitted from the local population into a second, much inferior wing of the vault. Ah, that explains some of the vaults is a bit rubbish. Maybe. I'm skim reading this. Upon activation, the vault test. Due to the potential for social interaction, Vault-Tec staff shall be restricted to the overseer and the key research members. All other security services and maintenance positions shall be fitted by robotics staff and to ensure safety and test compliance. Overseers like this is completely unheard of. One of the subjects from the testing group A is apparently a researcher for General Atomics on some sort of advanced robotics program. Voluntarily, it's absolutely insane. I've tried to convince the superiors that this is completely discount the test results, but they seem to be intrigued by the idea then bored. Activation notice from Vault-Tec to bring in the test despite the second wing still being incomplete. I can't do it. Oh god, it's been weeks now, and I realised today that I've become the test subject instead of testing the social interactions between the locals and the group of rich assholes. It's just me trapped in here with them. They're going to live forever, and I have to deal with them for the rest of my life. Can't take it. Oh god.
Progress on construction of the second wing of the vault is completely stalled. Once the premier area of the vault had been completed, funding seems to have been cut off. My supervisors have informed me that they haven't received payment from Mr. Parker, and Vault-Tec won't pay out of pocket to continue construction. I've repeatedly approached Ezra about the finances, but he keeps telling me that Mrs. Riggs hasn't transferred the funds. However, when I asked her, Juliana said that she had just given Ezra extra for the gold paint in the rooms. I've hired an investigator to look for signs of embezzlement in a few weeks.
Sounds like Ezra was embezzling from his investors.
Unless I talk to Juliana. Could she have killed him? Now they've got the most beef between one another. But I'm confused. I've no idea. I think it has to be her because they've got the most worry between one another, but
My fellow connoisseur of the arts, here to see my latest work.
Never mind.
maybe I've got to wait.
I found some evidence that Ezra was embezzling from you and the other investors.
Oh, well, I really don't believe that. Mr. Parker wouldn't do such a thing, I'm sure.
Never mind.
Good luck catching the murderer, Detective.
Maybe talk to what's his face.
My fellow connoisseur.
Right. Maybe.
I ain't got any options. Maybe talk to what's his face.
Hello again, Detective. Was there anything else?
Never mind.
I'll be here, should you need me.
Why can't I investigate that guy? I gotta wait till he stops painting. Tommy, will you fuck off?
Hey, over here. Hey, wait there.
My fellow connoisseur of the art.
Did you have...
Peepers, she and Ezra.
Uh-huh. Tell me about yourself.
What is there to tell? My work is primarily.
Tell me about yourself.
What is my work is primarily.
Never mind.
Didn't really get much.
Heads up. Come on.
I think maybe like I probably can talk. Honestly, I don't know why I can't talk to him anymore.
Hello, Detective. Did you have a question about the heinous murder?
I think you're the real murderer.
That's just silly, Detective. Why would I want to kill Mr. Parker?
Maybe you could give me a reason it couldn't be you.
I'm sick all the time, Detective. I don't have the strength to do such a thing.
Ezra was embezzling your money. That's why you killed him and framed Keith.
You were so close, Detective.
It's a shame. I thought I could keep the ruse going a little longer. Oh, well. Had to end eventually, I suppose. This doesn't have to end in more violence, Detective. Just walk away. I'll leave, and you can tell them I escaped.
Ezra? You're alive.
Well, congratulations on catching up, Detective. Yes, I've been masquerading as Juliana for some time now.
What's it going to be, Detective? Join me in getting rich? Or die defending some outdated ideals?
Why did you kill Juliana?
I hadn't planned on it, but Juliana figured out what I was doing and had to be dealt with swiftly. I thought I could get a bit more money out of this place before making my escape.
Well, how is this going to go down?
Not a chance. Your murder spree stops here.
Then let us end this.
What's next? Why not? Ain't doing them any good. I'd rather die than be stuck.
Protect and serve.
I found the killer. It was Ezra. He killed Juliana and took her place to hide his tracks.
My word! I never thought Mr. Parker was capable of something like this. What happened when you confronted him?
He attacked me, but it's over now. Your residents are safe.
There you are, Detective. Payment for your services and a bonus for uncovering such a heinous plot. I don't think we could have done it without you.
Brain dead. Okay.
Something sounded exciting, Detective. Something sounded exciting, Detective.
Protect and serve.
Where did he go?
Is everyone all right? Is everyone all right?
Was that it? I can't talk to anybody. I don't get any interaction. Weird. Not bad though, kind of interesting. I feel like it's kind of cut off so soon though.
That was quite the commotion. Did you need something, Detective? Looking for a gift to bring back to that special someone?
What have you got?
Keepsakes, hunting equipment, and a variety of small personal items. Forgot a personal item at home.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Let me know if you find something you like.
Okay. Yeah. I might. Wow. You know what? Have we got? How many locations we got? I wouldn't mind going down there because we saw that last episode. There's that farm down there. And then I wouldn't mind checking out this, to be fair. Shall we do it now or next episode? Or maybe we can go to one location. Okay. That is it, isn't it? Yeah.
Sir? Good day to you.
Pretty cool. But yeah, I thought there would be a bit more dialogue to that at the end. Or shall I go and... Actually, I ain't really spoke to that woman, have I? The female robot. They're probably going to just give me a one-liner.
Hello there.
Sorry, cat's being fussy. Fuss.
What was all that commotion? What was all that commotion?
See, no, that's weird. I don't know if that was a good ending or not. I'm gonna talk to the other woman. It was kind of funny how I started off the episode like essentially sleeping with the robot. It's kind of funny.
What was all that about, Detective? What was all that about, Detective?
It's cool though. Like, this is very in line with what the Fallout show was about, in a way. Very close. But it definitely highlights what the vaults are all about. Almost like, because of, wow, Fallout, the Vault 31 and stuff, 31, 2 and 3, it's like management or something. It's kind of weird, but it kind of, like, it's very similar to this Vault, to be fair. Phone's gonna die.
Heads up.
Why ain't you using your weapon?
Look alive.
Sure, here's what I got.
Going down. Basement. Basement.
Just going back where I was.
Going down. Ground floor.
Ah, so it fixed itself. Cool. Right. Yeah, let's go there. Shall we? Oh, there is a little bit more. You know what? We'll go to this. What's it? What's it called? Spa, day spa. We'll go here, and then next episode we'll go to the rest of the locations, and then we might go back to the Commonwealth. And we might start some of the update 30 stuff. Not update 30. What am I on about? Might start some of the next gen update quests. But that was cool. I thought there was going to be a bit more to it though. I'll be honest. But yeah, I thought there'd be more like, I don't know, I just feel like I remember them being round in a circle and we could frame any whatever. And I thought that was going to be the thing, but just wasn't in the end, I suppose. It was kind of straightforward, considering it was a a murder mystery. It's cool though, like, man, like, I was thinking, like, up until that point, I'm surprised there hasn't been a vault, but the fact that the hotel was a vault, that completely went over my mind, because I was always remembering, like, the vault, like, I always remembered that area. I always remember that area being really clean and mint condition, and I was all thinking throughout this playthrough, like, why was that? Because like why would it be so clean up above ground? But of course, it's a vault, and it's very cool. Like, it's pretty unique, even though, like I said, it's obviously made through like the vault creator. I feel like a lot more than like when the vaults were the other vaults that has been created. But I think overall, like, it's pretty solid, you know, like, to think that yeah, like, it's just typical Bethesda creating a cool little location like that, little scenario. Like other games, that'd be a whole game based around something like that, but like, it's just one little element. Like, that's the thing, if it was based around in another game, it was a murder mystery, they'd go all out for sure. But like, for me, like, after all these hours of playing this game, wiping out factions and meeting people and all this stuff, I still get around to doing a murder mystery. I think there wasn't as much choice at the end though. I thought there would have been, but yeah, it was fun though. And the fact that we couldn't talk to anybody afterwards, it's kind of sad, I think. Well, they just pushed off, like, no customization, no. Well, yeah, no customization, no, like, trader besides that woman at the beginning, like the female robot that brought us there. Looks like a Roman spa. Oh, this is cool.
Who's there? Someone there.
Ha!
Fine. Put everything to use. Whiskey's running low. Better find some more, and soon.
Yeah. Let's hope there is some. I might drink a bit, because that will get my reputation up with him. So that'll be fun. Like, if next episode I can, well, explore a bit more on this map. We'll try and do like one more episode on Far Harbor for episode 100. And then maybe try and get this, well, it depends. We might get away with it today. Longfellow. Try and level him up. Uh-oh. Don't move, yo man. Take you all on. Don't you know who I am? Don't you know who I am? Just why are super mutants chilling in a fucking spa? Cool setup there. And I don't know how them towers are clean.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah. So these super mutants are locking each other off. Why?
Got it.
Well, that's outside. Got a little bit of XP. Right, stop going to the same fucking location. It's gotta be... I can hear them. Ah. Wow. Teddy bear. I was surgically cutting up that teddy bear. Smart. That's one thing, and like with this Fallout show, they could do anything. You could see super mutants. We could see... they could somehow bring the Institute in. No, that's a long way off. Well, I think that'd be cool. Because, like, surely Father would have a safe, like, a backup facility somewhere. It's like the Institute's massive. And the fact that it was so hidden away from everything, surely they wouldn't just have one location doing the same thing. That's cool.
Look alive.
What you got for me, Captain?
Your thoughts?
Don't know what's more sore, my back or my feet.
How do you feel about our relationship?
You're handy in a fight, I'll give you that.
That was all I had.
Right then.
But I might call it there today, and then maybe next episode we'll continue on. I think maybe the plan will be we'll just keep exploring Far Harbour. Maybe try and trigger the next dialogue option with this guy. And then maybe head back to the Commonwealth and start the next phase of the game, really, because we'll do all the we'll try all the new next gen update stuff, quests. We'll try we'll try the next gen update stuff, and we'll try and attempt the Ultimatron stuff, because there has been an update for that. Like, they updated every DLC, so I'm hoping maybe there's a small chance that DLC is kind of fixed now, because I know that they have fixed quite a few DLC quests, so I'm kind of hoping maybe they've fixed the Prototon stuff, Ultimatron, because I would love to go into that DLC, but it's kind of failed on us, didn't it? But if not, we'll probably go into Nuka World after that anyway. So there'll be loads of new stuff. We'll try and go into Nuka World like working on other companions. So that's why I kind of want to get this guy maxed out. So once he's maxed out, we'll send him to like the castle or somewhere, and then we'll bring along maybe for these new missions. Maybe we'll bring like Preston or something. Someone that can kind of, because I don't know if I'll max Preston out, but if anything, maybe I'll max him out via the cheat system as well, just to get the dialogue. But if anything, we can bring them along. I think it might be kind of fun bringing Strong to Nuka World. I think that kind of might be fun. And then we've got what's his name? Cosworth would be a good one. And then is there anyone else? We got Cosworth, Strong, Preston. Well, there would have been what's his name from the railroad, but he's dead. Who else? Oh, the Corsa. Like, there are a few people that we just haven't got any in this playthrough. But that's the thing. If I really wanted to experience them pick characters, that's why I have that older save. So be sure, like, if I want to, that's why we did that save with the Institute, so we could have a mid-game playthrough and go back to it. And it's the same with Far Harbour, and no doubt, depending on what Nuka World's like, it may be the same with that too. But in general, like, this playthrough, I'm having a lot of fun with it. We're just about to hit 100 episodes, which is mad, and unsurprising for me. It's not my first playthrough where I've got to 100. But yeah, so we've got to 100 episodes now, and then if anything, we'll keep this train going long after we've done it. I think, like, this is the one game that I think it's almost like Grounded. I could just keep playing. Like, it's so open-ended. Whether I go back and do old saves or we just continue with this save and it's just a random full let's play. But I think, if anything, ideally, once I've completed this game or playthrough, well, this technically storyline we've got now, I'll probably go into something like Fallout 3, New Vegas, but just because of this Fallout hype, and then we could come back to Fallout 4 if I wanted to, or there's a whole world of games out there on the other hand. But we'll see. Like, this is a playthrough that is going to be on the channel for a while, and I'm just happy that the next gen update hasn't broke the game completely. But we've got to see when we go to Commonwealth. we're in a very small pocket of the game at the minute on Far Harbour, and as soon as we go to Commonwealth, that might be the area that might poop itself on us. So fingers crossed things will be alright, and we can have a solution of just getting through the game and enjoying more of it, because this game, man, it's almost like Red Dead. It just plays itself. Like, this game is so entertaining, and after playing close to 100 episodes now of being based around Negan, like, I know I'm not full role playing really, but honestly the game is kind of helping me for the most part in the dialogue options, the way Negan is, like, even the way he looks. He's my interpretation of Negan, but I think he is just great. Like, I think he's so good, and it's such a fun way to play Fallout, because when I feel like there's a certain moment to be a bit of a knobhead or a bit threatening, I can do it, and there's not much, like, I know that's what, I feel like that's what Negan would have done in that moment, or the sarcasm thing. I'm sure I don't know what he's going to come out with, but in a lot of the cases with Negan, he is a bit sarcastic, and you just don't know what he's going to come out with, and sometimes it hits or miss. So it's very similar, in my opinion. But I think a playthrough like this is deserving. Like, if you're into The Walking Dead or anything like this, I highly recommend people play through the game as Negan, because it's incredibly fun. And I think if someone was really interested and put a bit more time into this settlement stuff, because that's one thing I want to do as well. I want to try and do a bit better in the settlement side. But say you wanted to do a much longer playthrough of this, where you're going to play this a lot anyway, playing this and be more focused on the settlements, building that, or building up other settlements, building up everything. Like, I think everyone could do it, and I think it could be so cool, connecting things, making markets, and building up the Commonwealth to be something crazy cool. I think the only downside with Fallout is the fidelity of it. Like, I really wish I could just wander through the city without worrying about crashing, and that's the only thing in the game that is killing me at the minute, because, like, I don't like fast travelling around too much. I think in Fallout you kind of got to do it because of the size of the map, but there's some days where I would love to just walk through the city and explore it properly, but that's the only thing we haven't really been able to do properly. We've been to the city, but we've had to make it a challenge to get to a location, and try to avoid a crash, and it's irritating. And I'm hoping whoever plays the next gen update, hopefully it fixes stuff like that and it prevents crashing in the city. But I'm pretty sure it's just the way of the game. Like, I think people said it happens on PC as well. But honestly, really Fallout and really Skyrim to an extent, these sort of games, it's incredible that it's able to run on Xbox One or PS4. And it was like with PlayStation, with 360 and PS3 with Skyrim. It's incredible what Bethesda's been able to do with these games, even though they're not the most graphically crazy game, but the mad detail, the props, the items, like, the game is incredibly decent in that element. It's not about the graphics, it's about the little minute details that they've been able to put into this massive game, with objects and physicality. When you throw a grenade, like, these little items fly around, these items you can pick up. That takes a lot out of the game. Whereas a lot of the other games, like, if you saw a phone on the side of on a table, it's stuck there. It's just an object. Whereas in Fallout, it's something that you can pick up and hover in front of your face. You know, like, it's games like that I think are pretty cool. Because it adds a lot more to the game in a way. But yeah, in general, like, I'm loving this playthrough. I'll try and make next episode a bit longer, but it'll probably be a bit mix of both. It'll be kind of like, if anything, it might be just doing a bit more Far Harbour, and then it might be going into the next gen update stuff in the Commonwealth. But we'll see. It's a brand new rotation from this episode. So we got this, Red Dead Redemption 2, and any random 4 Let's Plays going up. So yeah, it's just all good, fun playthroughs for this time being. But if anything, I'll leave it there today, and we'll be back some more Fallout 4 in the next few days. So as always, thanks for watching if you've been watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.